Hello there guys, so following on from the end of the last video, which was several days ago for me. That was Thursday night and it's now Monday. Yeah, we are now just going to carry on with this. Zippy's for now behaving, so yeah, I really don't know what its problem is, but it's working now, so I'm not complaining. So anyway, get the bit closer to getting this panel in today, hopefully. Start drilling some holes in the hinge panel. I don't know if I'll probably drill holes in the post actually, because it's obviously a lot thinner metal than this. Be easier to drill. So yeah, get some holes drilled and get this welded into that, and get that in the car, and sort of try and mark that up and get it to fit properly, and cut the panel up at the top of the air post and everything. So yeah, we'll see how much we can get done today. Let's crack on. Okay, so for the trial fitting, we're getting pretty close with the door fitment, to be honest. I mean, it's not perfect. No Minis doors really are, unless you spend millions of hours doing them. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit close there, but that's obviously because this panel is overlapping the old one still. And then at the top, it sort of bows down a bit in the middle, but that looks like the door to me. But at the end, it's a reasonable gap. And then here it's not too bad, and then the bottom is a slightly bigger gap at this end than it is that end. Let's go and have a look at here at Zippy in the pouring rain. Original doors and everything on this car, and you can see tight gap there, and it's bigger at that end. It's just the same on this, and it's the same at the other side as far as I'm aware, and this is on its original doors. Yes, I know the car needs a clean, and also this bows down a bit in the middle as well. So it's quite handy having another car to look at, but the gap at the bottom of the door, definitely bigger at the back, just the same as it is on that, so I'm pretty happy with it, at least, you know, for a test fit. So hopefully that'll be close enough that we can now mark up the panels and actually cut off this old air post now and get it all ready to weld in. So yeah, I mean, I need to get the door needs to be a little bit higher here, but I'm struggling to pack any more cardboard in it because there's a bigger gap there than there is there, which is then putting the whole door a bit sort of thing, which is why that gap isn't quite right. But yeah, I think we've got it all close enough now, and I've measured as well from up here to the bottom of the doorstep from at the other side, and then matched it to this side, and it looks pretty much spot on. So we'll get this post trimmed, and maybe even get that tacked in, and then triple check exactly where the hinge panel is going to go on the post. So yeah, let's I might just have a quick snack actually. I kind of didn't have any breakfast and it's now 2:30, so I'm hungry. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Couple of little issues. Firstly, one of the studs has just come out of my new hinges, so that's great. Yeah. And the second thing is I'm having a bit of a problem with the door gap. Now I've put the inner wing on, Obviously the air panel overlaps the inner wing, and well, the gap at this side is, yeah, pretty good. The gap at this side is, well, non-existent. It's touching the inner wing. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the issue is with that. I mean, obviously, you can shim it a bit, which will move it over a little bit, but I can't move it over too much, otherwise it'll hit this post when you open and close it. So, yeah, I mean, it already has done that in a previous life there. It's taken all the paint off it there, because it used to do that all the time. It used to catch on there. So, yeah, not quite sure what I'm going to do about this. I mean, hopefully it'll help a bit once we get the original panel off there and this gap there closes up, and it'll move over a little bit, but it's not going to fix that huge gap that we've got going on. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's wrong with that. Just have to see what we can do, really. So, yeah, I'm going to probably, I think the gaps here are pretty good now, so I think we're going to mark this up and trim that and see if that does help this or not. I mean, it probably will a bit, but as I say, I don't know how much. So, yeah, let's just carry on. Not really best pleased. Another one of the hinges has stood on a different hinge has gone now. So a lower and an upper have both lost a stud. The welds are obviously just weak where the studs are welded in. Yes, I'm doing it with the air ratchet, but it's not at all powerful. And I'm not like holding it until it's absolutely blasted all the way up, unless you're just nipping them up with it. It's not like I'm doing them stupidly tight. They're just breaking off. So yeah, the welds are obviously just absolute shit in them. So there's that broken one, and then there's this one. I think it is this one. Yeah, there. That one's gone as well. So yeah, there we go. I did message him literally 10 minutes ago about this one, and they said, oh yeah, it's fine, we'll send another one out. And then literally just after the message saying, oh yeah, we'll send another one out, that one's just broken. Ah dear. So yeah, not really got much hope that they're not just going to do this again. So maybe those hinges weren't the bargain I thought they were. That's annoying. Okay, so I'll go message him about that. And we've still got this issue with the door being ridiculously close to the inner wing, even though I've trimmed this now. It's moved, but whatever. Yeah, and now we've trimmed this off and it's lined up. It's better. There's maybe like a 1mm gap between the inner wing, the overlap, and the door, which obviously will be absolutely non-existent again once we get the air panel on. I think I'm going to have to buy an air panel, and I do have some door shims, I think, at home. So, I mean, this is all in the right place now, so we can weld that in and that in if we want, but we're just going to have to see about yeah, about getting whatever what I was saying there. See about getting an air panel and what we can do with this gap, because it definitely can't stay as it is, because it's just going to rip the air panel off and chew all the paint up. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't really get why it's like that, but it could be just something to do with these hinges, I guess. The hinges might not be quite right, I don't know. Perhaps this section here isn't sort of big enough, because I don't know that they're actual mini hinges now. I've reread the thing, because they're advertised as like classic mini kit car hinges sort of thing, so maybe they're not actual original mini hinges. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna find the old ones, I think, because they've still got some remains of the studs on, so we'll see if we can just at least put one or two nuts on and see if that helps or not, and then I know if it's the hinges that's the problem. Oh dear, rambling again. Anyway, absolutely peddling it down with rain out here. It's the roof's leaking in here again. Oh, I just got an email. Yeah, look at the big puddles over there now. It's ridiculous. So yeah, and the roof's leaking at that light up there again. Not too much, just a slight wet patch on the floor where it occasionally drips from around up there. Not the end of the world. Anyway, rambling on. Let's get on and do something. Ground it all down, and that's all sorted now, and I've kind of had enough. It's absolutely peddling it down with rain, and I just kind of fancy going home now. So yeah, not the most progress, but we've got all that trimmed and this filled in. Tomorrow we'll definitely get this welded in. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.